Today we're going to talk about indoor air quality. So a brief sort of introduction. Asthma affects about 20 million Americans, including 6.3 million children. Children under the age of 5 are the largest demographic being diagnosed with asthma since 1980. Most people spend the majority of their time indoors, whether in your home or in your office, etc. Indoor pollution sources are the primary causes of indoor air pollution. Outside sources account for a smaller portion of indoor air pollution. And your HVAC system is a main component in most buildings to filter the air and control the thermal comfort. So that means it, obviously it controls the temperature, makes it warm in the winter, cool in the summer, keeps the humidity level at a comfortable level. So what are common sources of indoor air pollution? Well, poorly maintained HVAC systems. So you see here in this picture, this is a picture of an evaporator coil, and the evaporator coil drain pan you can see is plugged with water and debris, and might even be some biologicals growing in there. Pets, dogs, cats, pet hamsters, what have you. Cigarette smoke, cooking activities, cleaning chemicals, VOCs, equipment operation. So in the industrial space, you think about a factory or any type of industrial activity where you're using power tools, you're sanding, you're grinding, you're welding fumes, etc. Drain waste, vent plumbing. So if you think about your P-trap on all of your plumbing fixtures, particularly floor drains, if that P-trap, if the water level in that P-trap gets too low, or you have a dry P-trap, that is going to allow sewer gases to come right into your building. So it's important to inspect and maintain the water level in all your P-traps. And again, we touched on industrial processes. And you think about cleaning chemicals, acetone, degreasers, lubricants, sandblasting equipment, etc. And then if you're remodeling your office space or your home, there's going to be off-gassing from the paint as it dries and cures. Dust creation if you're cutting into drywall, installing new drywall, especially sanding drywall. And then lastly, exterior sources. So when you open windows or doors, you might be letting in smog or smoke or exhaust fumes from a truck idling outside on your loading dock. You open your garage door and someone, starts the car up, you might have exhaust fumes from your house. Or if there's someone using a leaf blower outside, you might get dust and particulate and pollen get sucked inside your building. And just a quick note, I want to draw your attention to the pleated air filters you see here. You can see the one on the left is brand new and clean. The one on the right is dirty and brown. It is really vital and crucial that you change your HVAC filters every 2 months to 3 months at the most. Most manufacturers will say their filters are good up to 90 days. That's for the ideal, clean, pristine situation. Ideally, I would recommend every 2 months. If you have pets or smokers, you might even need to do it once a month.
Wow.
So how do we improve indoor air quality? Well, again, as we just spoke about, change your HVAC filters every 2 to 3 months at the most. Clean your condensate drain pan, the drain line. Inspect and clean the heat exchanger inside the furnace. Your coils, your evaporator coil, make sure that's clean. You can clean it with some coil cleaner. And then there's a product called spray. It's a spray PuraClean. It's a filter spray. And you can spray this directly on your disposable pleated air filters when you change them on your new ones. And it can increase particle capture up to 300%, with no significant increase in pressure drop, meaning you're not going to plug up or clog your brand new filter by spraying this Pure Clean chemical on your filters. So in testing, the MERV rating of non-electrostatic filters improved by as much as 65% by using this Pure Clean. You can buy this online for right around $12 at the time I recorded this video in 2022. Just a quick disclaimer, any product you see here in this video, this is not a promotion for any product or supplier, etc. So as we move down the list here, utilize a biocide and evaporator pan tablets. So when you clean out your evaporator pan, if it had standing, dirty, nasty water, you can use a biocide, especially if there was mold growth in that pan. And then you drop in these pan tablets after you've cleaned the pan, and it'll help keep it clean over the long run, help reduce odors, help reduce water damage. They can be used not only in AC condensate drain pans, but in dehumidifiers, humidifiers, refrigerators, etc. And those tablets, you can buy those just about anywhere, different manufacturers, different price ranges. That little pack there you see on the screen was right around $6. And then keep indoor relative humidity around 55%. Any higher than that, and you can start developing condensation or moisture on your ductwork, your registers, wood furniture, etc. And you don't want moisture in or on your ductwork for your HVAC system, especially if it's permeable, because that could lead to mold growth and obvious respiratory problems. And if the humidity level is too low, you'll have an issue with occupancy. The occupants will be experience discomfort, dry skin. They might be coughing, dry eyes, etc. And static electricity can build up. And then obviously don't smoke indoors. And if you can, keep animals out of the building as much as possible. Because if you think about when your HVAC system turns on, if you have pet dogs or cats, they're sloughing off dog hair, cat hair, pet dander. That gets sucked into your HVAC system, into your ductwork, etc. And utilize indoor plants. And do not overwater your indoor plants, because you want to avoid constant damp soil with your indoor plants. Because if soil is damp all the time, that'll lead to microbial growth, little gnats, etc. And then it's a good idea to perform a radon test, especially if you have a basement or sort of a subterranean level to your house or your building. Those, again, you can buy online just about anywhere. They come as a kit. You take the sample, fill out the form, mail it to the laboratory. It's a small fee. And then they'll send you or email you the results, I want to say within a few days or a few weeks, if I remember correctly. And keep the interior of the building clean. Use non-VOC cleaning supplies as much as possible. Remember to change your vacuum bags, clean or change your vacuum filters. Ideally, you want to use the HEPA vacuum bags. And use proper containment when performing remodel work. So say you're going to add on to your house, add an additional office to your office space. You want to put up that plastic sheeting, have proper ventilation, so you don't have all that drywall dust and debris floating in to the rest of your building and clogging up your HVAC system. And for you service technicians, if you already have your EPA Section 608 Type 1 or Type 2 or Type 3 or Universal certification for HVAC work, this company here, Mainstream Engineering, offers an online program so you can get certified for indoor air quality. And it costs $25 for the test, and then about $5.95 for each additional attempt if you don't pass it the first time. Woo! So that's a great certification to add to your career portfolio as a service technician. I hope this information helped. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment for future video topics you would like me to cover. Thanks for watching.